Hello, Central Avenue. I have a few questions for you. Have you ever felt sick to your stomach during a test? Have you ever had days when you were so loaded with homework that you had trouble sleeping the night before or that night? Have you ever been so worried about something that you ended up with a terrible headache? If you answered yes to any of these questions, that's what it's feel like to have stress. And believe me, I've raised my hand to all of them. You probably heard people say, wow, I'm really stressed out, or this is making me totally stressed. You might hear adults saying that a lot of time, but guess what? Kids have a lot of things going on in their lives that can cause stress too. April is Stress Awareness Month, and I've been so busy and stressed that I actually forgot, and we're getting into the second half of April right now. So let's talk about stress. What is stress? Okay, stress is what you feel when you're worried or uncomfortable about something. This worry is in your mind and it can make your body feel bad. It might make you feel angry. It might make you feel frustrated, scared, or afraid. It might give you a headache or a stomach ache. Your heart might start pounding. So these are just some of the things that would be you in a stressful situation. Some people might get, some sweating. So when you're stressed, you might not feel like eating or sleeping, or the opposite, you might sleep too much or eat too much. Stress affects people in so many different ways. What's stressful to one person might not be stressful to another person. I know if I had to get up and talk at a dinner, I get very, very nervous and very stressed. And then there's other people who can do it no problem and they do a great job at it. So everyone handles stress differently. So, what causes stress? There's so many things that can cause stress. And like I said, what causes stress to one person might not cause stress to the next person. And as kids, again, there could be some things that are so stressful to you that other kids feel that it's no big deal. So I gave some negative ideas on stress. What about the positive stress? Okay, the positive stress is something called eustress. And that's good stress. That's the stress we want when maybe if we're in athletics and we're going to get up for the big game and we got the butterflies in our stomach and we're ready to go and the adrenaline's pumping. That's good stress. Maybe we know the night before we've been studying our textbook and all of our notes and we're ready for the test. We know all the answers and we're ready. We can't wait. That's good stress. All right. So like I said, we have good stress, and then we have the bad stress, which is called distress. And this is when the stressful feelings that come up when maybe you get into an argument with one of your friends, or your brother or sister are bothering you, or you didn't do well in school that day, or you got in trouble. Okay, that stress can give some negative side effects. It might actually make you feel not so great. But once you realize and you figure out and you recognize that you're feeling stressed, there's some things that we can do about it. All right. And I'm going to give you a few of those things. So, like I said, we're always here to help you at Central Avenue School. So we have plenty of people who would always talk to you about what's bothering you. If you're feeling stressed, or even if it's a good stress and you just want to tell us something positive, we love hearing that too. So it's great. But you could always go home and talk to mom and dad, grandma, grandpa, brothers, sisters, aunt, uncles, whoever it is that can, just help you with what's bothering you. So one of the first things, obviously, is exercise. This is one of the best stress relief activities. I'm not saying that because I like to exercise or I'm a phys ed teacher, but it is one of the best one of the best stress relief activities for children and adults. So some of the things that you can do as children: participate in an organized sport, be part of a team, or just spend time playing outside with your friends. Regular exercise help children feel less stressed. And if you are having a stressful day when you get home, maybe just go outside, play for a couple hours, an hour. Remember, we always want 60 minutes a day of exercise. So maybe at that time, you just start feeling, a little less stressed. So Another activity or exercise we can do is something called deep breathing. I did a video um, a week or so ago on breathing. So if you can count to 4, you can do this exercise. So what you do is you just inhale, mean breathe in for 4 seconds, and then breathe out for 4 seconds. So if you breathe in and breathe out, 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out, maybe we start feeling our heart rate start coming down a little bit. Okay, and we don't do this once or twice. We do this over a few minutes to just start feeling a little less stressed. We could also do something called visual imagery. Okay, I do this with my high school students, or high school athletes, I should say. I did it as a student. I learned this when I was in high school. I learned it in college, or relearned it in college, and it just keeps coming up working with athletes. So I do this as a coach, talking to my athletes about what it is that they're going to visualize, what it is that they're going to do to make the big play, or what the other team is trying to do. Or if I'm the batter, I visualize the pitcher and me swinging and getting a good swing in. Golfers do it all the time. They visualize, their swing, playing the right notes on, your guitar or on the piano, or whatever it is that you might do is visual imagery. But something else you could do too is bring yourself to that happy place. Okay, maybe you have a favorite place where you went on vacation. Maybe you were somewhere relaxing where you thought was like super nice, or just a really happy memory that you have. Bring yourself back to that. Close your eyes. Okay, think about it for a minute or so and just bring yourself to that happy place. Sensory activities. Okay, stress ball. Okay, I know we have teachers in school who might have something near their desk that you can go and, use to alleviate some of the stress. You squeeze the ball. Okay, I know Mrs. Peterson has a lot of things that we can use, and I know your classroom teachers have different things that you can use. Okay, and just when you're feeling stressed, you go over and you just kind of manipulate it in your hand, move it around, squeeze it, maybe get different feeling in your hand. So maybe doing something else, finger painting, okay, running sand through your fingers, just things that help you bring stress down. Another thing is something called journaling. Okay, journaling offers you a place where you can go to release those stressful feelings. And you could just take out a notebook or a plain white piece of paper and just write about what's stressing you out. Okay, I had a bad day today because this, and maybe the next thing you know, you're writing and you need another piece of paper. Okay, but you get it all out onto the paper. Okay, maybe you want to draw pictures. Okay, and just say that's stressing you out, or it's bringing you to that happy place again. Hobbies. Okay, some of us have some hobbies, some of us don't have hobbies. I know one of my hobbies that I love to do is reading. Okay, I love reading. I try to read as much as I can and when I can. So I always have a book in my bag, and if I have an extra few minutes, I'll take my book out and I'll start reading it. Before bed, I'm always reading. If we're sitting on the couch at night, after dinner and things like that, I'm always, reading. So maybe you have a different hobby. Maybe it's music. Maybe it's playing an instrument. Maybe it's doing puzzles or board games or art or music or doing science experiments or whatever your hobby might be. Maybe that's your escape to bringing your stress level down. Okay, I talked about it before as music. Okay, whether you play an instrument or you don't play an instrument, maybe you just like listening to music. Okay, just that getting the rhythm in your head, or hearing your favorite lyrics, or maybe the song reminds you of a great time. I know when I listen to certain songs, it brings me back to like high school, and I start laughing because we had some fun times or something fun that we were doing at that time. So, and you might listen to your music maybe to dance, or I always listen to music when I'm exercising. But even just doing the dishes, I might have the radio on, or my earbuds in, my iPod on, or something like that, listening to music. we always talk about making healthy choices when it comes to eating foods. Okay, so good foods are going to make you feel a lot better. Your fruits and vegetables and your proteins. And then there's foods that are not going to make you feel as good with sugars and caffeines. They're going to make you feel good for a few minutes, and then it's going to wear off, and then you're going to start feeling a little bit tired and sluggish. And then also with your healthy lifestyles, make sure you're getting enough sleep. Everyone's sleep schedule is off right now. Okay, try to keep to your same sleep routine. Okay, get your rest. Okay, being rested, not sleep all day and saying I'm rested. Okay, that's too much sleep, but just make sure you're getting your rest. And then lastly, talk about your stress. We have so many wonderful people in our school that you can talk to. If you're at home, talk to mom and dad or grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle, brother, sister, whoever it might be, and tell them what the problem might be. Okay, and then sometimes they might just listen and you feel better getting it off your chest. Other times they might have some great advice for you. So, we always care for you and we care about you and we want the best for you. So make sure in these stressful times that we're always staying positive. Okay, I know, we're stuck at home, but like I said, we're not stuck at home, we're safe at home. So be positive, okay, make the best of it. Okay, be safe, be healthy. If you take care of yourself, you get enough sleep and good food and exercise, and you leave time for fun stuff, you're probably going to be less stressed out. Okay, hope this helped.